Hello, this is Quiplash 3, Brains A-Poppin'. I'm your host, Schmitty. Cash tips are appreciated. And if you didn't make it into the game, it's no big deal. Get in the audience and vote away. It's the prequel to Round 2, Round 1. I'm going to flash 2 prompts on your device. Type something ingenious that will stand up against another player's response. Then, a response. Let's quip. Almost out of time. Don't forget your safety quips. Let's take a peek, shall we? Let us set sail with, if you don't have any teeth, the Tooth Fairy will gladly take your blank. Okay, pick one. Next on the docket, if a friend describes your blind date as interesting, it means blank. And now, pick your favorite. And here we have a request you'd make on your dating profile. Must love blank. All right, people, it's voting time. And now, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, blank. And now it's time to vote for your favorite. And next is, if your childhood toys came to life, they would probably say blank. Now it gets real. Pick your favorite. We made it through round 1 in one piece. Let's see if your score did. Ready for round 2? I hope so, because it's ready for you. Some of the prompts are a bit crazy, so the points are doubled. Time's running out. Safety quip it if you have to. What do you say, shall we? First in line. For the sake of accuracy, the Natural History Museum had to remove the blank exhibit. Voting time. Let's keep it going. The opposite of music. Time to pick the one you like best. Next we have the most embarrassing email address to include on a job resume. Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip. All right, check this out. The last thing an art museum security guard wants to find at night. Okay, choose your favorite. Without further ado, a better wedding tradition than tossing the bouquet would be tossing blank. All right, vote for the one you like best. Hard to put that round 2 into words, but let's see how it translates to the scoreboard. Step right up to Whiplash. One last chance to redeem yourself. I'll be sending each of you a prompt that needs 3 separate responses. You got this. Hey, we have an odd number of players, so you get to test yourself against my superior skills. Go easy on me, okay? Time's almost up. Hurry! Okay. All right, let's have it. 3 things that when you see them, you can't unsee them. Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip. Three things that happened at the Monster Mash that they couldn't sing about. All right, choose your favorite. Three qualities that make a man marriage material. Decisions, decisions. Choose your favorite. Great job! Now let's see what that did to the final scores. This is Quiplash 3, The Legend of Schmitty's Gold. I'm Schmitty. You're ready. Let's do this. Let's kick it off with round 1. Oh yes, points. You score points based on the percentage of voters who like your answers. Clear enough? Sure hope so. Let's go. Time's winding down. Use a safety quip if you have to. Let's have a look. How about we start with, if we could just turn off gravity for an hour, it would make blank much more interesting. Okay, choose away. Next one up, A lighter, more romantic sequel to Crime and Punishment would be called Blank. Here's the fun part. Pick your favorite quip. Let's see the next one. No, the house isn't haunted. The moaning you hear at night is just blank. Okay, choose your favorite. Next, never trust a veterinarian who decorates their waiting room with blank. Okay, everybody, pick your favorite quip. Moving right along. What the most popular kid from your high school is probably doing right now. And don't say hosting Quiplash. And now it's time to vote for your favorite. That was round one. Let's take a peek at those scores, shall we? Round two is here. The points are doubled, so try to bring it, okay? You're running out of time. Don't be afraid to use a safety quip. It's go time. Let's start with, you can tell you're a middle child because you blank. Vote away. Okay, what's next? A cool guy thing to say when you trip and fall. Time to pick the one you like best. Next up, something that's better left to people under 30. Let's see how they handle an underwhelming political slogan from a centrist candidate. And now, pick your favorite. And here we have a magazine you don't want to see in the waiting room of your doctor's office. Now it gets real. Pick your favorite. All right, let's put a cap on round 2 and see those scores. And now for Quiplash. One last chance to strut your stuff. And since we have an odd number of players, you'll be quipping against me, Schmitty, your host. Just a few seconds left. Okay, it's thrip time. She's amazing, but what 3 roles would challenge even Meryl Streep? All right, vote for the one you like best. The 3 things you see right before you die. All right, choose your favorite. Three steps essential to any good exercise routine are blank, blank, and blank. All right, people, it's voting time. And that is it. Well, except for this last part.
Welcome to the Scrollaceum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up. In this first step, the trainers will be prompted to draw and name a particular type of champion character. They'll be equipped with 2 tools. 20 seconds remain. Players need to name their character. The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. 20 seconds remain. Players need to name their character. It's time for the main event. Our first opponent enters the ring. And in this corner we've got... These two will battle to see who is the champion of playful flirtation. This might be over. Please, just put it out of its misery. Who will draw blood first? Some extra cash goes to the underdog. So cheeky. In this corner we've got... They'll be facing off against... We'll decide once and for all who is the champion of being exhausting. We're witnessing an absolute thrashing. It's a Dramageddon. What a dominating performance. You're literally too much. Now entering the ring. And opposing them will be crowned the champion of cuddling. Ouch. The ref just needs to call it. So warm. Next up, it'll be versus. These two are facing off to see who is the champion of being banned from the mall. Sweet mercy! that might do it. Stay away from that food court. Here are the scores as we head into halftime. Name those characters. It's the second half, which means it's time for the tag. Let's start things off with our first two fighters. Who is the champion of the Hoot? It's not over yet. Here's the next title up for grabs. The champion of going down in a blaze of glory. Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? This one's just about over. I dare you to name a more iconic duo. Two new fighters enter the ring. You will decide who is the champion of Gen Z. Get in the car, it's about over. We'll declare a winner after this next match. The champion of undercover CIA operatives. The trainers have a decision to make. I don't believe what I'm seeing. That was below the belt. Tag team for the ages. Here's our next matchup. One of them will be the champion of bad habits. Well, no other way to say it, it's a bloodbath. This next contest could swing things. The champion of public transit. They're tagging out. Will the players tag out? Let's find out. Oh, what a huge blow! Can they counter? There's no I in Teen Kids, only in Kids. It's time for our next bout. Who is the champion of sidekicks? This is brutal. It all comes down to this next match. The champion of growing out bangs after a breakup. What will the trainers do? Let's see. What a sketchy move. Victory! What a feat! Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a winner!
Cheers, they can feel the drums pound like a heartbeat. Let's go. Time to compete, swish, slash. Now you're drawing, ding, ding. Time for brawling. Who will be the goat? It depends on the vote. Enter the.
to the Scrolliseum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up! In this first step, the trainers will... It's time to name those characters! The trainers are now moving on to creating a Second warning, name those characters. It's time for the main event. Here comes our first opponent. Versus, one of them will walk out as the champion of Maxin and Relaxin. scales are beginning to tip. Some extra cash goes to the underdog. Sweet! Moving on, we've got versus. Only one of them can be the champion of bad omens. Oh, it's getting lopsided. Is that all she wrote? Just like an ad for yard sales, that's a bad sign. Make way for versus. These two are competing to be the champion of cowards. Will they be able to maintain this lead? Well, no other way to say it, it's a bloodbath. How pathetic. Here's our next competitor. Versus. One of them will walk out as the champion of Under the Bed. Talk about a character assassination. Talk about a nightlight fight. Up next. And in this corner we've got. These two will battle to see who is the champion of middle management. What a whack attack! The kid gloves are off now. Let's circle back on this. And that takes us to halftime. Here are the scores. Name those characters. It's time to name those characters. It's the second half, which means it's time for the tag teams. Each matchup will include a surprise contest where players can... Here are the next two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of the wedding reception. It's a Scrawl Brawl. That was below the belt. Now they'll be battling for this title. The champion of being the hero this city needs. It's decision time. This is pure pandemonium. It's the Clash of the Titans. What a sketchy move. What a dynamic duo! Moving on. One of them will be the champion of stepdads. They're slaying in character. Here's the next contest. The champion of performance anxiety. It's a whole new fight. Here we go. Bam! Right in the face. Who needs a teammate? Not this fighter. Up next, who is the champion of pulling an all-nighter? I would hate to be on the receiving end of that blow. Now it's time to determine the champion of owning stock in Mountain Dew. What will the trainers do? Oof, what a nasty uppercut! And the cheese stands alone! Moving on. You will decide who is the champion of interns. This is getting interesting. Here's the next title. The champion of getting sucked into a machine. Holy smokes, it's decision time. I didn't see that coming. Kapow! That's gotta hurt. What a Herculean effort! Up next, one of them will be the champion of nasty. Get the ice pack ready. It's not over yet. Here's the next title up for grabs. The champion of the Starbucks bathroom. Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? battle. They're tagging out. They're going to the bench. Now that there is teamwork, folks. Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a winner! Welcome to the Scrolliseum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up. In this first step, the trainers... The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. These... seconds remain. Players need to name their character. It's time for the main event. Here comes our first Brave Warrior. They'll be facing off against... We'll decide once and for all who is the champion of perfection. It's a Dramageddon. Some extra cash goes to the underdog. Absolutely flawless. Up next. And opposing them will be... One of them will be crowned the champion of Bros. Please, just put it out of its misery. This has become a one-sided match. Tight. Up next. Versus. These two are facing off to see who is the champion of spacing out. This is what happens when an immovable object meets an unstoppable force. Houston, we have a champion. Up next. Versus. One of them will walk out as the champion of Friday night. Bam! Right in the face. That was below the belt. Talk about a character assassination. And the feeling was right. Up next. Versus... Only one of them can be the champion of sewer dwellers. Get in the car, it's about over. Will they be able to maintain this lead? I wouldn't want to make that angry. Here are the scores as we head into halftime. 20-second warning. Name those characters. Name those characters. It's the second half, which means let's start things off with our first two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of freaking out. Can they recover? I don't know. We'll declare a winner after this next match. The champion of K-pop fans. The trainers have a decision to make. They're tagging out. This is pure pandemonium. Are they down for the count? Unbelievable. These two, they just work so well together. Two new fighters enter the ring. Who is the champion of gamers? It's a scrawl brawl. Oof, what a nasty uppercut. This next contest could swing things. The champion of shameless self-promotion. Will the players tag out? Let's find out. The ref just needs to call it. Stop these two. Here's our next matchup. You will decide who is the champion of being majestic. This is getting interesting. It all comes down to this next match. The champion of the endangered species list. What will the trainers do? Let's see. It's a whole new fight. We're witnessing an absolute thrashing. It's getting ugly. The me versus the world mentality certainly paid off. It's time for our next bout. One of them will be the champion of parades. Get the ice pack ready. Now they'll be battling for this title. The champion of awe-inspiring majesty. It's decision time. The kid gloves are off now. It's mayhem down in the draw ring. Their chemistry is off the charts. Here are the next two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of living under a bridge. They're slaying in character. Here's the next contest. The champion of undercover bosses. Here we go. They're tagging out. Here we go. They're going to the bench. I dare you to name a more iconic duo. Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a winner! Welcome to the Scrolliseum. These talented trainers are about to face off to see who's the best at creating champion characters with unusual skills. Will the underdogs take down the heavy favorites? It's time to get champed up. In this first step, It's time to name those characters. The trainers are now moving on to creating a challenger. These characters will be the underdogs because their creators will see who they're competing against, but not what the contest will. Second warning, name those characters. It's time for the main event. Our first opponent enters the ring versus these two are competing to be the champion of seducing this player. This is getting interesting. Some extra cash goes to the underdog. Everyone will be powerless to this. Up next, versus, well, you hate to see this, it's a forfeit. Up next. And in this corner we've got one of them will walk out as the champion of this player's secret child. Oh, the humanity! Next, they'll be facing off against. These two will battle to see who is the champion of this player's alter ego. Whack Attack. This identity is no secret. Up next, and opposing them. Name those characters. "20 seconds remain. Players need to name their character." It's the second half, which means moving on. Well, you hate to see this. It's a forfeit. They did the work of two fighters. Up next, who is the champion of camping? The kid gloves are off now. Now it's time to determine the champion of 2030. What will the trainers do? This is pure pandemonium. Oh, what a huge blow. Can they counter? kids, only in kids. Moving on. Well, you hate to see this. It's a forfeit. What a stud! Up next, one of them will be the champion of being homeschooled. That was below the belt. Here's the next title. The champion of calling their mom by her first name. It's decision time. This is tough to watch. Team for the ages. Let's start things off with our first two fighters. You will decide who is the champion of the cave. The scales are beginning to tip. It's not over yet. Here's the next title up for grabs. The champion of ancestors. Will the trainers keep their characters or swap out? Here come the reinforcements. Holy smokes, I didn't see that coming. It's mayhem down in the draw ring. Dynamic duo. Okay, folks, that was the final match. The judges are tallying the final scores, and we have a winner.
Cheers, they can feel the drums pound like a heartbeat. Let's go, time to compete, swish slash. Now you're drawing, ding ding. Time for brawling. Who will be the goat? It depends on the vote. Enter the stadium. Who is your challenger? Soon when the battle starts, will you have what it takes?